do nothing. This has been going on since Friday. I'm the one cleaned up. I tried to clean up, but it's so cold in there. I'm freezing.
Also tonight, frustrated residents at an apartment building in Cleveland say they've been living in deplorable conditions with no heat, no hot water, and no lights for some time.
They tell us management won't fix the problems, and they're calling on city leaders to help.
Our Sia Nyorkor has been digging through this and joined us here in the studio with what she's learned. Sia, good evening.
Good evening, Russ and Lena. Now, this all started when one of the residents from Park 85 showed up here to 3 News and told us she was down to her last $12 from living in a hotel because her apartment hasn't had heat or hot water for almost a week. So me and photojournalist Bailey Lustig went to see what she was talking about. A warning as you enter the Park 85 building at 85th and Superior in Cleveland's Huff neighborhood.
Be careful. Rats before coming up.
What happened?
Be careful. Yeah.
What's there?
If the rats be falling.
Rats?
Look, as big as rats.
Girl, what?
It's one in the ceiling in the room.
And as Annika Shepard led us inside her apartment, things only got worse.
This almost fell on my head. It was raining from here. And you see, I got a fireplace because it ain't no heat. And my pot's over there on the stove because I had to keep it warm with the pots of water.
When you called maintenance, what did they tell you?
It ain't their problem. They was here. I showed them. They took pictures and said, it's not my problem. And they left.
And then this resident on the second floor tells me she's sick and tired. You're telling me you're heating your apartment right now.
From the oven.
From the oven.
From the oven.
How long has this been going on?
A month for the oven. Maybe we just had our pot. We've just been in the dark for 3 months.
Y'all been in the dark?
On and off, on and off, on and off.
There are no lights in here?
It's lights, but today. Today. October, November, December, we had no light.
Park 85 is HUD subsidized housing, and residents told us they have a hard time reaching anyone to get help. 3 News tried to track down the property manager, Adam Kuglisson, to the address listed on this notice. But when we showed up, it was this UPS business located on Detroit Road in Rocky River. When we called his cell phone, no answer. A spokesman for the city of Cleveland tells me inspectors cited Park 85 landlords last month.
We cited them, and we didn't cite them for just 1, just 2, 13, 20, 21. We cited them for 26 violations right here. I mean, we're talking 4 pages of violations.
But there are 5 different addresses listed for the LLC, 3 of them out of state.
They're the scum of the scum. They're the worst of the worst. And quite frankly, they're no better than the rats that are infesting these people's places. I just don't know how people like this can live with themselves, that own these LLCs, how they can look themselves in the mirror every single day, live with themselves, and say this is okay for people to live in.
In the meantime,
I'm freezing. That's why my
nose is running.
I'm sick because, did you see my heaters? I got heaters in here. I have to be in one room because it's so cold. Even in the bathroom, I got a heater. I can't even use the toilet. It's so cold. I can't even use the bathroom.
I'm so sorry.
I can't even go to a shelter. I got $12. I can't even stay at the hotel no longer because I'm out of money.
February 20th is the deadline for those landlords to fix these violations, or city leaders say they will prosecute and they'll do their best to get restitution in court for the residents and their out-of-pocket expenses. Now, this obviously is a story that we care deeply about here at 3 News, and there is so much more to come as we work to get those residents help. Lena?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sia.
Thank you.
And 3 News Investigates also learned Cleveland's Building and Housing Department inspected the apartment complex just last month. Records show there are 38 units inside. 10 of them failed an inspection on January 13th and were cited for problems ranging from crumbling ceiling tiles to rodents and bed bugs. Tonight, new trouble for the company managing Park 85 apartments in Cleveland's Huff neighborhood. 3 News Investigates has learned that property manager AAPK is now being sued, accused of failing to properly maintain other Cleveland properties, putting owners at financial risk.
This comes after residents say they've been living with rats, no heat, and no hot water, and they turned to 3 News for help. Our Sia Nyorkor has been following this story from the beginning. Joins us here in the studio with the latest. Sia, good evening.
Good evening, Russ and Lena. It is important to note that the people suing AAPK Property Management are not the owners of Park 85, but of 5 other properties managed by Adam Kuklison and his associates listed in this lawsuit. They allege that for the last few years, AAPK mismanaged tenant funds, did little or no repairs for some of the same problems the Park 85 tenants asked us to look into. And so last month they sued Kuklison and his team in Cuyahoga Court of Common Pleas. This is Adam Kuklison, the owner of AAPK Property Management. He and his LLC are listed as defendants in a lawsuit filed by property owners from Las Vegas who own multiple homes in the Cleveland area. In that lawsuit are 10 grievances, and some of those issues may sound familiar. Failure to perform necessary maintenance on tenant properties, fraudulent inspections and repairs, hazardous or leaking utility and gas lines, tenants who are evicted after they complained about their living conditions. You may remember Kuklison is the property manager of Park 85 here on 85th and Superior in Cleveland. Earlier this month, one of his tenants showed up to WKYC Studios asking for help, saying she was living with rats, no heat, and no water. That's when we saw the living conditions at Park 85 firsthand.
I'm freezing. That's why I'm sick. I'm sick because did you see my heaters? I got heaters in here. I have to be in one room because it's so cold. Even in the bathroom, I got a heater. I can't even use the toilet. It's so cold. I can't even use the bathroom. I'm so sorry. I can't even go to a shelter. I got $12. I can't even sit at the hotel no longer because I'm out of money.
Other tenants saying they're sick and tired of management ignoring them. You're heating your apartment right now.
From the oven.
From the oven.
From the oven.
How long has this been going on?
A month for the oven. Maybe we just had our talk. We just been in the dark for 3 months.
Y'all been in the dark?
On and off, on and off, on and off.
There are no lights in here?
It's lights, but today. October, November, December, we had no lights.
It's not because you didn't pay the light bill.
No, we don't pay utilities here. It's not our fault. We don't got utilities. They pay you. The utilities come with the building.
I'm so sorry. 3 News cameras rolling when Cleveland's law director and inspectors showed up the next day to tour the HUD subsidized building and issued more than 24 violations. Here is Kuklison in the lobby trying to block us from entering.
The door's shut, so we're not allowing the media into the building. We're welcome to take the city of Cleveland.
You can't do that.
You know, even from here, you can smell it. You know, you can smell the sense of urine. It's disgusting. And we've got 4 or 5 pages of violations.
Moments later, a resident let us into her apartment and showed us and the city's attorney some of what they've endured under AAPK management.
Can you tell us again about the rats and the problem you've had with the rats?
They getting in our food. They do what they want to do. They act like they live here.
How long have you seen the rats?
For about 9 months.
Where did you see them?
In the kitchen. They coming from behind the stove. So
did they jump on the stove?
Yeah. So our bathroom and our stove, you know where the lines go, is connected. They never patched that hole up.
And you have small children here.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
1 and 9 months.
Kuklison told the city law director that he was working on the violations. The landlords have until February 20th to fix them or face fines or even criminal charges.
As of today, we're in violation. So you have a grace period.
Correct, and we're taking care of those things.
I hope so.
3 News Investigates talked with Kuklison on the phone last week, and he said he would consult with his attorney about an interview, but we never heard back after multiple phone calls and text messages. Now, coming up on Friday is the city of Cleveland's imposed deadline for Park 85 owners and management to fix the many issues that we uncovered in our reporting. And many of you continue to come forward with concerns. As always, we are keeping eyes and ears on all of this. Russ?
Okay, Sia Nyorkor here in the studio. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will say this, which is, thanks to your reporting, this management company has really responded. So is it done yet? Absolutely not. But have they started to comply and fix the violations? Yes.
An update tonight to a story we have been following for weeks. Progress at Park 85 Apartments in Cleveland after the city's law director and inspectors issued more than 24 violations that had to be resolved. This after residents came to 3 News for help, showing how they have been living in rat-infested buildings with no heat or hot water for quite some time. Now, there are some results. Sia Nyorkor has been following this story from the very beginning, and she joins us now in the studio. Sia, what are we learning now tonight?
Good evening, Lena. Point blank, the city's law director told me that it should not have taken a news report for all of this to happen. But we showed up to Park 85 and we saw some of the progress. Cleveland's law director says things are changing since we last walked through the doors of Park 85 Apartments on 85th and Superior.
When you and I were here last time, there was an open dumpster of garbage outside. This place where we're here right now smelled like urine. We walked in and we saw just a tremendous, awful state of repairs. It was violating almost every health code you can imagine.
Be careful. Rats probably coming out.
What happened?
Be careful. Yeah.
What's there?
If the rats be falling.
Rats?
Look, it's big. It's rats right
Girl,
there.
what?
It's going in the ceiling in the room.
That was 1 month ago after this woman showed up to WKYC Studios asking for help, saying she and others had been living in deplorable conditions for quite some time, with management not doing anything to fix it. 3 News cameras rolling as the law director went door to door telling residents the landlords and property managers had 30 days to fix the problems or the city would take them to court. Now, there's progress on more than 24 violations.
Unsanitary conditions, damaged bathrooms, tenant complaints. The repairs are completed and 1 unit received an entirely new bathroom. The exterior trash, that's corrected. Bed bug infestation, they now have a contract with Lakewood Exterminating and there's ongoing monitoring. Pest control, originally it was unclear or inconsistent, but now there's a monthly contract which we confirmed on that.
And then what about the rats?
Yeah, so disgusting. They now have a rodent control program. Like anything, it's going to take them time, but finally they're trying to address the problem.
This time, property manager Adam Kuklisson actually inviting us into the building himself and showing us some of the repairs.
Those are all new appliances going into units, so those will be gone here. They just got delivered like an hour ago, so.
Okay. How do you feel about the progress?
I think we're doing great. We have every vacant unit turned, and we're in the process of moving the existing tenants into new units, which was part of the HUD contract.
But Law Director Griffin says local and federal leaders are still watching.
So let me just say this. We're not here to declare victory, but we are here to say that there's compliance. Residents deserve to have a safe, clean, and well-maintained apartment. And it was thanks to you and the attention that you brought that we're now on the way to that.
The city is still monitoring Park 85 and will until everything on that list is fixed. Now, according to inspectors, the elevators still need repairs, and there is a water issue with several leaks in some of the apartments. As always, we are keeping our eyes on all of this, and we'll check back in. Lena?
Yeah, we know you'll stay on top of it and hold them to account. Sia Nyorkor in the studio. Thank you.
Thank you.